My name is Jeff Smith. I'm the director of the Grand Rapids Institute for Information Democracy. We do media education and media monitoring. The issue of immigration, as is framed in the news media, tends to be very much focused around people who are coming from Latin America, particularly from Mexico. And it tends to be framed around the issue of whether or not people are documented or undocumented. They use the term legal and illegal immigrants quite often. But most of the coverage that we've documented shows that there's not much context to the issue. They don't discuss the reasons people are coming. They don't provide any sort of historical, political, economic, or cultural context, which I think is really important. And since it tends to be framed on Latin America, not the rest of the world, we don't hear much about people who are coming from African countries, who are coming from Asian countries, who are coming from former Eastern Bloc countries in Europe, or maybe the former Soviet Union. So there's people who come from lots of countries that are immigrants to the United States we hear little about, and there's not much discussion about that, which I think distorts the issue of immigration. I also personally was a foster parent to a Guatemalan man, a young Guatemalan man who was a torture victim in the late 80s, and he came to us when he was 16. He had no documentation, no papers, but he was able to stay because we became foster parents for this young man. And so I think comprehensive immigration reform is really important because we need to change the policy to be more honest with sort of this historical idea of, and particularly in tune with the message that's on the Statue of Liberty. Give us your tired, your hungry, your poor, the huddled masses yearning to break free. I think we need to sort of live up to that motto, and I think it would send a strong message to the rest of the world if we changed our immigration policies to be much more humane and much more accepting, and to allow families and people to be